So thank you all again for being here this morning for the annual conference on democracy, human rights and governance. My name is Mike Washira from the Center for Rights Education and Awareness, and I'll be your MC for the day. I'd like us to
We are here today to take stock of the Democracy and Human Rights Program that is supported by the Embassy of Sweden and coordinated by Diakonia and Forum Sud. Last year in October 30th, we launched this program and we promised that we will gather again in a year's time to take stock of our progress. I'm therefore very excited that the promise we made a year ago is being fulfilled today, and we hope that we will use this opportunity to have honest and truthful reflections about the journey that we have traveled in the course of implementing this program. The Democracy and Human Rights Program is implemented by more than 40 civil society organizations and faith-based organizations in about 28 counties, and the combined resources that have been channeled to both Diakonia and Forum Sud is about 1 billion Kenyan shillings. It is therefore a big program that seeks to make a contribution to Kenya's pursuit of a democratic and human rights culture through support to civil society organizations.
On behalf of Forum Sud and Wajibu partners, I do join Diakonia this morning to welcome you to the 2016 Annual Conference on Democracy and Human Rights. From Turkana, Kwale, Wajir to Bungoma, Wajibu program works with dynamic organizations that are employing new methods of reaching out to the public. We value the work that we have with our partners, especially those who are engaged in media, gender equality work, those who are using arts, but also those who are engaging the traditional methods of engaging the public towards promoting participation.
All our partners to just stand and wave. The Forum Sud partners and Diakonia partners, please stand where you are, at least to appreciate you and for the good work that you do.
It is again a question of nationalism, that we need this country more than the leaders. It is for the leaders to be challenged that elections will come and go. Kenya will still remain.
It worries me a lot that we've come to this moment where we face elections, and we face elections in a context of significant uncertainty. In whichever way you can as citizens, you need to express the view that we deserve a better leadership.
Today we're not only here to open a conference, but to launch the County Governance Status Report conducted by Transparency International, incidentally one of the partners of the Diakonia program.
My name is Abubakar Said. I work with Uraya. I'm here to participate in the Diakonia Governance and Human Rights Conference. We'll be in the panel. We have a presentation we're going to make on the issue of civic education, public participation, and access to information.
This is our exhibition for Power 254. So Power 254 is a creative hub, and we deal with empowering young artists to learn better or doing what they do. Musicians, graffiti guys, and the photographers to talk about activism in their work. So we're combining art with activism. So we're calling it activism.
As the actors on accountability, on human rights, democracy, there are issues that we need to deal with.
And so, the first area of conversation that we can start with is what's the space then for activism within the democracy, human rights, and governance work that we are all doing.
Perhaps the most critical provision of the Constitution is Article 10 on values and principles.
The study that has just been launched this morning is a testimony to the fact that we need to do more when it comes to building more engaged citizenry in this country.
The survey also established there is a lot of awareness on the role of leaders, the functions of the county government and governance processes among citizens. As 20% reported not knowing the role of the governor, 22% did not know the role of the member of the county assembly, 21% did not know the role of the member of parliament, 38% did not know the role of the women representative. Half of the respondents, as 50%, did not know the role of the secretary.
Persons with disabilities who were actually being arrested, our crutches, our wheelchairs, and our tricycles that we use actually were being taken by the police.
Start from the base, that woman in the village, so she understands what policies of a woman are.
We've got a hard task to do so that we can move together with one voice as women of this country.
But moving the citizenry, that remains the key. How do you get the citizenry to stand up and say no to corruption so that they can take up the battle that civil society has been fronting? How do you get the citizenry to wake up and report incidences of extrajudicial killing and push back against powers by state agencies?
My biggest takeaway is there's a lot of work that we need to do as organizations, largely around civic education. It was very clear that civic education, so much has been done in terms of literature, in terms of TV productions and all that, but we still feel that the citizenry does not understand or interact with the information on a day-to-day basis. So there's a lot of ground to cover in terms of active citizen participation and the role that education plays in that.
We have learned a lot. We have gotten materials to go and lead, even to train. We have also engaged positively with governments, the duty bearers, and also the community members from other areas so that we can be able to share on our experiences and our different inputs in this devolved governance.
We sought for support from Diaconia so that we can continue to actually sensitize the police so that there can also be cells for persons with disabilities, because there are no cells for persons with disabilities, and persons with disabilities in the police are actually suffering because of this.